Good evening, YouTube. This is Tyre Metalhead Weatherman. Gonna make this video very fast, or as fast as I can. Got a lot. There is a lot going on currently. There are ongoing tornado warnings, and practically you could almost call it a tornado outbreak right now, going on in the Ohio Valley. In fact, there was one tornado that was about 10 minutes away from my dad's side of the family over here in Springfield. Just had to call them and make sure everyone was all right. Shout out to you guys, by the way. You guys be careful because you guys are under tornado watch until 10 p.m. New tornado watch was issued about 47 minutes ago, and this is including the areas of Kentucky, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and even West Virginia. And then towards the south, we have even more severe weather, a secondary slight risk area where we have a line of thunderstorms that's prompted a severe thunderstorm watch earlier today. And this, I do expect maybe another watch to be issued as this goes further and further to the east. So the states that are involved in that severe thunderstorm watch are Alabama and Mississippi. So right now the storm reports are out of date for the SPC at the moment, considering the fact that they're issuing tornado watches for 0500Z, and this was last updated at 2355. So I mean, and when I say something like 2355Z or 0500Z, they're going by the GMT side, the General Metric Time Zone, or GMT time. So you guys are gonna have to do the math there to figure out the timing if you're in an area of interest. That being said, we know our slight risk. We know where our slight risk areas are. Take a look at the hazards, see if there's been any new updates. I mean, there's still a 5% area up, and these storms are still hanging somewhat around Columbus. They're starting to get out of that 5% area and back towards the 2. But the wind threat and hail threat has not died down either. We'll have to take a close look at that. We'll also take a quick look at day 2, but then we're going to go straight to the radar here. So we have a tornado threat for tomorrow. Very big slight risk area. Maybe even a enhanced risk could be possible. Wouldn't rule it out at this point. But I said before, once we get towards the 10th, things are going to really start to pick up, and it looks like as of right now we are living up to expectation. The 2% tornado threat. The main threat I'm expecting is going to be wind and hail. Off to the northwest end of this slight risk, we can expect potentially some very large hail, greater than 2 inches. And then towards the southern end of this could be another MCS, maybe even a bow echo, derecho type deal that goes through central Kansas and into Oklahoma. Now, we're going to, since the tornado threat has seemed to really have ramped up over the last few hours here, I'm going to try to take a closer look at the low-level jet here, see who else could be in store for some more tornadic supercells. We're going to try to go to 22Z so we can get a full model run here. 23 is not quite ready yet. Alright, so we're fully loaded, and we will move this along. It's about 8 o'clock. This is about the time that we're at right now. And we can see that this low-level jet does work its way further to the east, especially to the south. I'm particularly concerned about areas in West Virginia being in play for some potential activity. There is a little spot around here where we're getting towards that 40 to 45 knot area. It's going to be very... So I think the tornado threat's going to be very localized, but if you happen to be under that, definitely be on guard. I'm definitely keeping an eye on central West Virginia. Wouldn't rule out some parts of eastern West Virginia and maybe even as far as southern Pennsylvania as well. Move this further along. Low-level jet kind of picks back up again, maybe even towards Philadelphia in the late night hours. I do think the storms will start to lose steam at this point, though, so we'll have to wait and see, but I'm not too sold on this. Come tomorrow, though, I do think that there could be a few water spouts maybe off the northeast coast here. That'll be an interesting little sight. Maybe one might be on land for a brief minute. I'm hoping that's not the case, but we'll have to watch that towards the afternoon. Let's take a quick look at what the radar could look like. So here's our upper level low. Here's our troublemaker. This is about where we are right now, I would say. So we can still see little tail ends here, little these small little fingers, tails, whatever you would like to call them here behind this upper level low. We'll still have to watch those as well. But we're also going to have to watch storms that form to the east of this low. Right around here in that southeastern quadrant. It's going to be a line of storms, but you could get a few tornadic-esque thunderstorms to form either ahead of it or maybe even behind it. It's a very interesting little setup here. And then once we get into Thursday morning, most of these storms will be moving offshore. Won't be too much opportunity for them to really start to pick up in intensity. And then we'll take a quick look at the southeast. Do expect these storms to move to the east tonight, but I do expect some of these to lose strength. Into the overnight, Atlanta, Columbus, Georgia, you guys might be in play for some thunderstorms. Probably going to be very loud again tonight. It was very loud last night, and I definitely was not ready for it. Just woken up. But that's what we got going on here, and then we'll have to watch this upper level low here, which is going to be our next catalyst for more severe weather. You know what? I went through that a little bit fast. I actually think I'm gonna try to cover. Oops. I'm actually gonna try to go ahead and cover tomorrow, if I can. Go a little further and use the NAM. Take a look at both. We'll take a look at both the upper level, the low level jet here, and the radar reflectivity. So we'll go to about 19 hours out. Once we've loaded, and here we are. Okay, so we're at 16Z. This is about the time we were looking at. And we can kind of see this little piece of energy really starting to manifest here. So we get into the late night hours. This kind of has a small area of potential where there could be some potential tornadic activity. Not very sold on it right now for sure. And then, of course, we'll have to watch Friday as well. That's supposed to be another day of interest. If I remember correctly, the threat does shift a little further to the east, mainly towards Arkansas, Louisiana, and Mississippi. Uh-oh. And I think we've frozen. So we take a look here. There's maybe a little area near the Arkansas-Louisiana line that we might have to watch. Very localized once again. Like I said in yesterday's video, the main threats during this time of year kind of shift towards more wind and hail. We'll take a look at what the radar could look like. It's about the time that we're at now. About 22 hours out from the start of the model. There we go. You can see this little storm system rolling in. And then this little piece of energy comes in, brings in our storms for Louisiana and Arkansas. And then around the rest of the southeast, you guys even could get some summertime thunderstorms, popcorn thunderstorms, whichever one you want to call it. But don't rule out the chance of a sneaky little thunderstorm during the course of a day. But this is all I got for you guys tonight. I will be doing a long range forecast video tomorrow, so be ready for that. And especially if you're around the mid-Atlantic towards the Delmarva area, maybe, or just a little bit further west to the further west of the Delmarva area, just be watching for more incoming severe weather, maybe even a few tornadoes. But this is all I got for you guys tonight. This has been Tyler Metalhead Weatherman. I will see you guys tomorrow.